Alright, so here we have the total car sales, we'll say for a year. Ford, Toyota, Honda, and Hyundai. And given that Honda took up 1/3 of the total sales, and Hyundai's sales was $21.5 billion, find the angle for the Honda sector. So again, we're going to use proportions. So what do we know that's useful? Well, one thing we know is this. Honda took up 1/3 of the total sales. Well, a fraction is a good ratio to use in a proportion. So let's use that. So we can say 1/3 is equal to x over 360, because this is our part over whole. Now if we solve for x, we have 360 times 1 over 3, and that comes to 120 degrees. So our next question, find the angle for the Hyundai sector. Well, we know all the other angles. We know Ford is 56.3, Toyota is 166.7, and we now know that Honda is 120. So this one's pretty easy. We can just subtract all of our known angles from 360 and come up with our solution. 360 degrees minus 56.3 degrees minus 166.7 degrees minus 120 degrees. And that's going to equal Hyundai. So if we work all this out, we come out to 17 degrees. So our next question, what is the total car sales? Well, we know enough information to find this out. We know the sales for Hyundai is 21.5 billion, right? And we also know Hyundai is 17 degrees. So again, we're going to use a proportion. We're going to use our part over whole. And we know the Hyundai part for the degrees is 17 and the whole is 360. So we can make this equal to 21.5 over the whole. Now we can just solve for x. So if we solve this out, we come to 21.5 times 360 over 17. Break that out, we're going to come to 455.3 billion for the total. Okay, our last question, what were the sales for Toyota? Well, we know the degrees for Toyota, and we now know the total sales for all cars. So again, we'll use a proportion, part over whole, and we'll say 166.7 over 360, because that's the degree, is equal to x over 455.3. If we solve for x here, 455.3 times 166.7 divided by 360, and that's going to come to 210.8 billion dollars for Toyota. And that is your answer.